Hello everybody and welcome back to Purbeck Valley Farm. So I have to admit that the previous episode was a bit of a disaster. The reason why is because I could not figure out exactly how to get the manure and water into the greenhouse, and also because for some reason the game was crashing when having the Merlot installed. So yes, what we're going to do, just to begin with, is get the JCB attached to this trailer over here. Now my video where I was having all the problems has actually only been published for an hour at the time of recording this episode. So I've only seen a few comments of people who are trying to help. Thank you very much to those people. And the ones which have been posted basically say try putting it in a trailer first. So that's the manure, that's what I'm going to do. I'm really hoping it is going to help. Yeah, so the game crashing problem we're not having at the moment, so that's fine. So I'm just going to load this up. There isn't a huge amount of space here, so I'm just going to have to make do with the space that we have available. But I think probably, yeah, we're going to have to use this tractor here. Now you can tip from the bucket into the manure fill point with the Giant's greenhouse. That is a Giant's greenhouse just there. These two over here are not. So I'm just going to try it. Now I don't want to spend ages in this video trying to get the manure to work. So what I'm going to do is just basically time-lapse the loading up of the manure and taking it over there. And hopefully then, even if it doesn't work, there'll only be like 30 seconds of the video wasted, but with a bit of luck it won't be wasted at all. Let's just hope that it does work. Yes, okay, so I have been given the option to unload, so is it going to work? I can't see any reason why I wouldn't do. Come on. Is that doing something? It's disappearing out of my tray. It is going up. That has worked. Wow. Well, it just goes to show how much you can learn from just the first few comments on a video. Thank you so much to those people who suggested doing that. Clearly it looks like it requires a lot. So yeah, at least we know that this greenhouse, these greenhouses are not bugged in any way. It's just me doing it the wrong way. So yeah, there we go. So really then, there is we have no problems. The front loader was catching on an invisible collision for some reason, but that's not really a problem. So water. That's what we need to do next, water. And now we have the JCB here. We will be able to tow that trailer a bit easier. And I think I did actually see the message flash up and say, do you want to fill it up with water? But it was so brief. This was in the previous episode. So yeah, let's just give it another go. Really, we need to have a smaller tanker. One which can do milk as well, because I do need to sell some milk. I'm hoping to sell our first milk today. Yes, that's working. So maybe just restarting the game has fixed something here. Maybe it's made it less sensitive. I don't know, but yeah, this is good. So this is officially the start of the placeable yard. Now the next thing we're going to get onto is about the straw harvest add-on. Hopefully there's no problems with it with seasons. Not too sure. There was something at one point, but I'm not too sure if that's been fixed. But just as a sort of initial idea, would you like me to place the pallet production building for the straw harvest mod for free? The reason I say this is because it's probably something like £300,000 or £400,000, and I would never be able to do it otherwise. Obviously if no wins, then I won't be doing straw harvest on this map. If yes wins, then we will be possibly doing it. It just depends if it works and if we actually do have the money to do it. So if I remember, I'll put a vote down below. It might not be there straight away. I'll probably remember later on when somebody says, oh, you forgot to put the vote in, like I usually do. Anyway, that took... I thought this was a massive... Well, it is a massive tanker, but it took all of it. That is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to actually attempt to get water from this lake over... Wait, not a lake. This pond over here. It doesn't actually show up on the map. It's like there, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's here. Okay, so this is going to be quite interesting. And yeah, I'm going to try harder with this episode because, the last episode, some people will say, oh, it's fine, but to me, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to making videos, I wasn't happy with it because of the way that it ended, but anyway, I won't go on about it. Here we are at field number 82. I think this is our barley. Yep, it is. Looking really good, and because we're running seasons, you can have failed germination, but it looks like that is really good. Have I actually succeeded without any failed? Wow, I don't think. I think that is perfect, you know. A little bit here and there. It must have been the perfect conditions. It's probably the first time I've grown a crop which hasn't failed at all in any areas. It was put in late as well, I think. Okay, so here we go. There is a pond just here, and as you can see it is possible to reverse into it, although yeah, this is a dolly. I think what we might do actually is put the lorry on this, because then we won't have to use a dolly. I'll make sure I fill it up the once though as we're here. Now I'm improving with dolly reversing, but it's not easy. Okay, hopefully we can, there we go, good. Yes, I was going to say hopefully we can fill it up without reversing it all the way into the water. I can remember, I think it was FS 15 or 17 where you had to reverse it actually into the water, which was kind of crazy. In real life you probably would never get it out again, it would just sink. Anyway, we're going to be sat here for a while because that is going to take a bit of time to fill up. We're also already 27 tons, it's going to be quite heavy when it's full. Okay, so there we go, we are full. 40,000 litres, which as it turns out doesn't go very far. I have never been down here before, I don't know if we're actually going to end up where we want to be. I might end up turning around. But it's fine, we get to take a look at the sights. There's Corfe Castle just over there. Okay, does it just lead into a, yeah, it's just somebody's arable field. I probably shouldn't get through there. Oh, that's so annoying, because if that crop wasn't there I could go through. Okay, no crops in there I don't think. Even so, they probably want me driving over there with a fully loaded tanker, weighing 44.7 tons apparently. Come on JCB, you can do it. So this is for the other greenhouse. Now as soon as we get to summer, that's when we're going to do the final applications of fertiliser. I'm going to probably spray it. Get a big sprayer, self-propelled, and do all of that. We'll have a lot to do, pretty much every field. But today I'm going to focus on expanding this placeable yard, and I really think that we should probably just max out the loan and place loads and loads of greenhouses. That way we're going to make lots of money. The harvest will repay the loan. That is my plan. Okay, so if they're going to take 40,000 litres each, doesn't that mean we're never going to have to refill them? It's getting sensitive again. It does seem to be... seems to have a bit of a sweet spot to refill it. Oh no, I've mounted the manure box. Bear with me. There we go. Right, so yeah, there is a an info page, as you can see. We have onions, there they are growing, looking good. We need a lot more manure. They look really good. I'm not too sure if you can actually walk into these ones. You must... oh no. No, I didn't realise they were the wrong way around. Somebody's probably mentioned that in the previous episode. But actually, looking at it again, I think we'll be okay. We have a skid steer. Yeah, I'm not too concerned, although, yeah, it's a bit tight, but it's doable. That is doable. It's filling up quickly. That pallet. So yeah, we have 37% water and manure. Seems to just combine the two. Okay. Well, I'm happy with that. I'll just make sure I don't place any more in the same way. I have put things a bit too close, so I learn from my mistakes, usually. Not always. So what we really need is for the cows to produce lots of manure. They won't produce any unless we give them straw, and we don't have any straw until we harvest. But that is just around the corner really, because I'm hoping that by next week, next episode, we will be doing the fertilising, and then the episode after that we'll start the harvesting. Okay, so I have just put the dolly back in the shed over here. We'll use it again in the future probably, but for the time being we're going to be using the lorry to tow the tanker. So I'm going to go and attach it to it, if we can get out. Oh, this is a bit of a mess. I'll do that off screen, tidying all this up. I have returned that once, that was a demo tractor, but of course I had to reload the game because it will crash and I lost everything. So it's back again, but I will get rid of it. And yeah, my intention, as I'll explain as I drive, is to basically use every bit of space that we have. Now, we actually own a huge area of grass with trees, in which I'm about to show you. It came with the placeable area, so yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one really, because the trees which are in there are not really the trees which we'd use for forestry in this game. You can cut them down usually, but they can be a bit tricky because of the shape. All these in here. We own all this land, which is nice. It's a lovely area, but it's a bit wasted from our point of view. So my plan is to get a batwing mower and basically take down all the brush and the weeds. It will cut the grass as well, but the grass will regrow, that is fine. What I'm aiming for really is just to get rid of the brush, which won't regrow. So it's a bit of a tidying up job. And then I think we'll take a few trees down. I don't know how it will go though, as I've said, it might be a bit tricky. And then yeah, hopefully we can put up a few more greenhouses in their place. Although we might be able to fit them in the gaps anyway. Probably. We just need to tidy things up. Now, I need to figure out how to get in there. I don't know, but it must be possible. We need to get into the lovely wildlife area. Is there a gate somewhere? Maybe you can't get in. Maybe it's just a totally sealed off field. But it would be great fun to use the batwing mower. Now, the batwing mower only requires 50 horsepower, so we can use the John Deere. And it's a John Deere mower, so it will suit it well. If only I knew how to get in. Oh, it looks like you can just get in off this field, which we own. So we'll just drive down here. Okay, well, let's do that. So we don't really want to have the front loader on because it's going to be a bit tricky in the trees. And yes, we are going to do the loan extension and place a load more greenhouses, but probably we'll place them at the end of the episode because, yeah, there's no point doing it now. We don't have any manure. We have used it all. So we're going to tidy this area up. I do also need to sell the milk because that is going to be a good source of income. I'm hoping the price of milk is high currently. If I set my wheels straight, I can continue driving whilst we check the price for milk. Yeah, it seems pretty good. 2,046. So yeah, I think we'll just have to get the cheapest, smallest tanker, although I do have the 3.1 installed, which is I think only 1,500 litres. I think it's pretty small, so that'd be too small. We do need something like 8,000 litres in capacity. There is one field which probably does need to be fertilised before the summer, and that is the one which we purchased. We didn't actually drill it. Field number 32. Has it even ever had any fertiliser? That's the other question. It hasn't. It's never had fertiliser. Okay, that is a priority. It's already in flower, so it can only be done with a sprayer. I suddenly have quite a few odd jobs to do, meaning doing the mowing is probably the least of our worries. In that case, I might just start the mowing. We don't need to rush it. It's only 765 to lease. Oh, look, you get light system, which would be really nice, but we don't need it. Remove windrows, yes or no? Yes, definitely. Okay, and wheel brand John Deere or Mitas. I like that. I like the Mitas. Okay, 790. Here we go. We'll make a good start, but we won't do it all. I like that. It's a nice touch. Having the chain holding the PTO up out of the way. Very good. So yeah, here we go. 50 horsepower requirement. It is a low horsepower requirement, but it's mainly because these things are really just relying on the momentum. It's just amazing. Once they're started, they can just slash through anything. The other nice thing about them as well is there's no belts. It's just literally shafts and gearboxes. They are amazing things. Okay, so once we're in the field, I'm hoping it's going to be fairly easy, but of course getting through the trees is a concern. We are in. So I need the real Mower Mod. I think it's installed, yeah, it's on. So we just fire it up, lower it down, and see all the brush get destroyed. Wow, look at that. As I said, amazing. Now you probably could do something like mini bale in here. We still can do, because this grass will regrow. All I want to do is take these weeds down. It's going to really open it up, except for where we can't get through. So let's stick it on a time lapse. As I said, we're not going to do everything. We have other jobs to do as well. We're just going to do it a bit at a time. And yeah, eventually this will be a really nice area. I realise that the time-lapse probably is a bit much because of the trees and everything, but it's actually not taking too long. Getting on with it much faster than I thought we would do. It's a really good working with. Big machine. Absolutely destroying all the brush. And this tractor is perfect for it as well because of the size of it. It's not very big. You can get under the trees quite well. Right, so it's just a bit of a tidying up job now because I have taken down the majority of it. And as I said, the grass isn't really a problem. In a way we want the grass because we might use it in the future. It's things like this. This is what we do not want. Absolutely ploughing through it. Okay, so I'm just going to continue, and in just a moment it should look much neater. Okay, there we go. I think that is pretty much everything. There are a few which don't mow for whatever reason. This one should. Yeah, mostly the ones on the borders do not mow. It might be because they're classed as another field, who knows. But that is good enough. That is very good. So, yes, we are going to sell the milk. Need to get a hold of a milk tanker. I don't want to lease it, but, well, I guess what we could do is extend the loan. We have to do it anyway. But that is impressive. It didn't take anywhere near as long as I thought it would do. I'm going to leave the mower here for now, since it is cheap and yeah, we don't know exactly what's happening, but yes, there might be a bit more brush to clear later. Just go park it over here. This is a fantastic place for bees. If we did the honey production, I have managed to buy 2 small milk tanks, 3-point linkage, without extending the loan, although we don't have much money left. Now, I didn't actually want to do this. I didn't want to have 2 small ones on the 3-point linkages just because it's quite big, you know, it makes the tractor pretty big, and it's just easier to tow something. But I just couldn't refuse the price. It was only £1,500 each, and you can carry 2,000 litres, so yeah, it's pretty good. We will be changing them in the future though, because the cows are going to start producing more milk, more cows will produce more milk, so yeah, it won't be enough to keep up. Now I think, yeah, with that field over there, I'm just going to incorporate it into the next episode, because in the next episode my plan is to lease probably the John Deere self-propelled sprayer. It might not be, but something similar. Yeah, and then we're going to get everything sprayed. So we'll do that, and then we'll rest for 2 days, and then we'll do the rest. If I'm very cunning, I might be able to get 2 applications onto that field, but it's looking unlikely since it's already in flower and it has no fertilizer already. But it's fine, we can focus on the other fields. That's just a bit of a bonus field really, since I didn't even pay for the seed. Right, so yeah, we have, I think, just over 4,000 litres of milk. We have a capacity here of 4,000, so that's going to be most of it. Not everything. Yeah, interesting staring at Felsbrunn, or is it, I think it's Ravenport or something, in the reflection of the milk tank. It would be nice when they have set up sort of live reflections or dynamic reflections of the actual surroundings. They've done it in ETS too. Yeah, I can't see why they wouldn't be able to do it in the future for FS. And as for extending the loan today, I'm not going to. I'm too uncertain. I don't know. See, it comes down to as well the straw harvest mod. If we were to use that, then I might need to pay for something else. Well, we do, like leasing the pelleter or something. Anyway, the trigger is just around the corner. There we go. Yeah, 4822. That's gone up since I last checked. I actually felt the tractor go down at the front. You could tell it was getting heavier. It's really amazing. But yeah, the only problem with this system is just that it makes the tractor so big, and you can't carry that much. And it's gone down at the back too. So, who is offering? Goodness me, that is a close price. Well, whichever is closest. This one is here, which is basically back at the shop, and this one, which would probably have overtaken the price anyway by the time we get there, is over there. So yeah, we'll go over there. If I put the time to times 15, the price will have likely gone up. Sneaky. Very sneaky. Yeah, I saw somebody comment about the random bits of poplar which is growing in the hedgerows. I don't know anything about it. I guess it's just part of the design of the map. Extra detail and stuff. It actually looked pretty good when it was growing and in leaf, but I think it's sort of withered now, so that's why it's gone all dead looking. This is going to be the first bit of income I've had for a while. But when harvest gets here, well, wow, we're going to be rolling in it. Okay, so it looks like we have to put it on here. Yep. And let's watch that money roll in. I can sell them both at the same time, that's interesting. That's not bad. Not bad at all. £8,184 from just 2 small tanks of milk. well, with the soybeans, are we growing soybeans? I can't go making up the crops. Yeah, with the corn, the oats, the canola, and the barley, no soybeans, we are going to be doing very well after all this. We've then got the milk on top, silage, and of course the placeable yard, which has a serious amount of potential. It's going to cost a bit to get it set up, but it should be good. Basically, we just need manure. That is full. That is 100% full. Well, next time we'll bring the skid steer over here and we'll get them moved. Yep, I think there's a lot of money's worth here. One question, where do you sell the onions? Hopefully it is possible to do that. Yep, it is. Fantastic. Look at the prices. Goodness me. Okay. We need to get loads more of these put in. That is what we're doing next time, on top of spraying. It's going to be good. I think we've hit the nail on the head now. Thank you to everybody who's helped with the fertiliser, the manure fill points, and the water is sorted now as well. So let's get this yard, at least half this yard, filled with greenhouses. Of course, making sure I have left space to get in. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.